Hi there, Gemini. Hope you guys are having a great January. If you're watching in February, I hope you had a great start to the month. Just going to shuffle here a bit more, and then we'll get started. But as I was sort of ruminating and meditating on your sign, I had this sort of vision of someone quietly sitting and writing, even analyzing, pondering in a reflective way. Okay, so I'm getting a sense of reflective energy. Quiet, composed, keeping to yourself almost type of energy, which is, not usually expected of the Gemini archetype, right? You guys are very social, and outgoing, and flamboyant, but I'm sensing that there might be a sort of quietness, solitude to this month for you guys, okay? And this is a general reading covering also about the first 2 weeks or so of the month, so but energy is fluid and there is no sort of cutoff date. Alright? Okay, let's get started here. We're going to be doing the Celtic cross, same layout as usual. You could be contemplating different alternatives or options or possibilities. I'm getting an analytical sort of energy here with you guys, okay? A lot of thinking, considering, wondering. Okay. Introspective. This wants to turn out the 10 of Pentacles upright. Here we go. Okay. So, Gemini. So many signs are getting an emphasis on a creative journey and path forward. This for you could be in regards to your career, some aspect of your career now leading into a more creative sort of manifestation or expression, okay? Let me tune in here. Lots of creativity, Gemini. Lots of rediscovering who we are, right? Rediscovering who we are, our skills. Okay, you have the Magician sandwiched in between the Daughter of Cups and the Son of Cups. So, inherent in this journey, this new step forward along this path that speaks to your creativity and your vision and your emotions, is this sort of newfound perception of yourself and even discovery of your skills and feel you're learning to bring those elements of yourself together in such a way where you can create, that can contribute to the building of this sort of empire, so to speak, this foundation that you are hoping is going to bring you a sense of groundedness and stability into the long term. Okay? Yes, okay. You have two major arcana, the world and the sun. So this is a transformational point for you. Okay, coming into kind of the present moment, you are stepping into, very much so, this new path. And there is clarity for you on this path. You're seeing things in a different light. Okay? Coming in from your deep past, right, if we just get straight into it, you have the Five of Cups in reverse. Speaking to sort of, when it's upright, it speaks to emotional dissatisfaction, loss, ruminating, right, on something that did not fully emotionally satisfy us, okay? And it's the focusing on that. It's stagnant energy, right? There's a hollowness to the card, right? But it's in reverse. So perhaps you have in your past gotten over slowly a situation that was emotionally dissatisfying for you. You decided to take a different perspective towards this situation, right? To no longer just sit there and think about it and brood about it and ruminate, right? You're now taking a different approach, it seems. You're done with that sort of approach. And you moved into the world. Okay, you have the world in reverse. This is a huge jump, a huge step up of energy, right? The Five of Cups is kind of like petty, emotional drama, okay? The world is a major arcana. It speaks of the world of possibilities, dreaming, hoping, right? Stepping into the world. This is very much stuck in what looks like a dark room, right? There's an entrapped feeling entrapped by your emotions even. The world is expansive, right? So it seems that you have slowly moved out of this place of solitude, right? Due to an emotionally dissatisfying situation, and moving in slowly to the waking up of your power, your potential, your place in the world even perhaps, right? The possibilities, waking up to the possibilities, right? This is like not seeing the possibilities, feeling stuck and just sad and focused on what didn't work out, maybe, perhaps. This is like, I see that the world is of my creating, right? And that speaks so much to the Magician. The Magician is like the alchemist, has all the elements at hand to be able to create what the Magician wants to create. It's the defining of our identity, who we want to see ourselves as, right? So it's like, I feel you're reinventing yourself in some shape or form. You're waking up to the possibilities. It's a shift in perspective and approach, and you really stepped into this Mother of Wands energy, which is you have two mothers. The Mother of Wands and the Mother of Pentacles. It's very nurturing, creative energy. And they're right next to each other. They're right next to each other. So let me tune in here, okay? Okay. The Mother of Wands is leading straight into the sun. It's right above it. So this is the energy that helped lead you to your current state. Okay. coming in from a past of the Five of Cups in reverse and the World in reverse, this tells me and speaks to me in such a way that really expresses a sense of regaining control over what is yours. Regaining control over your fire, over your passion, creativity. Really reharnessing that inner fire and passion and vitality, creativity, which helped you step into the sun, right? I see this as realizing what is yours, being protective over what is yours, speaking to the Magician card, right? Wait a second. I have the world at my feet, right? I was giving it up for this kind of energy. I recognize who I am, what I am, my abilities, what I can create, and I'm going to defend that. I'm going to stand for that. I'm going to nurture those things and allow them to feed into my sense of groundedness and what I manifest and what I create. The Ten of Pentacles, okay? There's some sort of culminating point. You have two tens, you have the world, you have the sun, okay? So it's the culmination of a certain phase. That regards your sense of groundedness and your emotions. Sensing definitely a rediscovery. So you stepped into the sun, into this fresh perspective, optimism, open-mindedness, right? And your advice is the Son of Swords in reverse, leading into your near future of the Father of Swords. The two swords cards, the only two swords cards that appear in your spread. So the advice seems to be speaking to your near future. Let me tune in here. Okay, Gemini, you have a lot of creative energy around you. A lot of creative energy. A lot of bombastic, I'm getting that word coming to mind, that feeling. Explosive, emotional, creative energy. Just brimming at the seams. And in the center base of your spread, you have these two cards that speak to logic, intuition. Looking at something head-on, clear-sighted, in a clear-sighted fashion. You may be encountering someone in your near future who embodies this sort of Father of Swords archetype. Someone who is very well-spoken, very intellectual, very focused, straightforward, sharp almost, right? And the recommendation is, when dealing with this person, or even perhaps taking this approach with something, in regards to something, the recommendation is to not, I think, come out in a very combative way, okay? Like, do not battle with your words type of energy. Okay, it's like saying, like, take a softer approach. Soften the way that you approach this person. Don't fly directly at them, right? And take them on, right? The Son of Swords is like the son of the father in a way, right? The energy is sort of saying, don't attack. Don't attack. That's what I'm getting. Do not attack this Father of Swords. The Father of Swords can also be someone who is tight-lipped. Okay? I'm getting that feeling right now in this spread here. Someone who is just rather silent even, right? Seemingly well composed. Guarding even their words. Standing by their words and what they believe. Someone who could even be stubborn, alright? So the Son of Swords is like upright, swooping in and flying in to catch the prey sort of energy, right? But it's in reverse, so it's sort of saying, hey, don't try and like pick a battle with this person who seems to be very much serious and not entertained by that sort of conversation or that sort of it seems that you want to get involved with someone about something, and I'm just feeling don't do it in a really direct way. Okay, Gem? I'm gonna look at the rest of the spread though to get a better sense of what's going on. Now, as your hopes and or your fears, you have the Seven of Wands. You could be hoping, right, that there is this sort of ignition, this igniting of a rekindled passion. That's what I'm getting. And maybe that's why you're trying to fly into this Father of Swords. But it's almost like a bluff, right? Kind of like, I'm going to pick a fight with you because I want to have makeup sex. Like, that's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting, okay? The kind of like, and sorry if anyone is underage watching this. But it's the sort of feeling, I'll say it in this way, of wanting to pick a fight or to get into a sort of verbal battle with someone because underneath it all you kind of want to rekindle something. Which ties back to this emotional dissatisfaction from your past that you were hoping to get over. That it seems you were getting over, right? But it's like this return of the saga between these two people. Drama is what I'm feeling. Drama. And I'm just getting the sense, do not entertain it. Do not get into it, okay? In your final outcome, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Before we get to that, let's hop up into the Mother of Pentacles, which you got in your environment position. Sort of overlaying this Ten of Pentacles, okay? So both cards are speaking to the earth element. Both cards are speaking to your sense of groundedness, your contribution to something that makes you feel grounded. And so in your environment, you can have someone who is sort of a mother type figure, someone who grounds you, who keeps you stable in times of turbulence, perhaps. Okay, there is this sort of mothering energy. There's this mothering energy. in your surroundings that keeps you somewhat anchored, that anchors you to true sense of groundedness is what it seems. Keeps you focused on your goals, level-headed, clear-sighted, right? And, yeah. It can't even, yeah, okay, I'm going to say that. And the energetic pathway that you're moving into, you have another 10, the 10 of Cups, which speaks to the sort of outpouring of emotion. I feel that you are eager to have this sort of outpour of emotion, this revelation of truth, and this, I'm getting the rekindling feeling. All right, I'm getting the feeling that you want to rekindle something, you want to speak your truth, you're ready to show and express your true emotions about a certain situation. But nonetheless, you're going to be feeling very creative indeed. A lot of emotional energy. Can be overwhelming emotion too. All right, I feel like it's you have 2 10s, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So I'm feeling that like it's a oscillation between your emotions being connected to your sense of groundedness, or even your creativity being associated and connected with the work that you do, your career being essential to that, and those two aspects being like really in unison, okay? Which is again what the Magician speaks to. It's the fusion of all elements together that come to a point of creation, right? Of the world, in a way. So I'm sensing that you want to light the match under this 10 of Cups and really have that moment of expression, which is kind of what we're seeing here, right? It's like this is all expressive energy. This is the air element. It speaks to communication, to thoughts, to words, right? The written and the spoken word. You are the air element, Gemini, right? So you're very much represented here, but this Father of Swords is not showing you his true colors. That's the feeling I'm getting. That can be different for all people, right? It could not even be a person for some of you. But it can be, you know, kind of even an element of yourself, an aspect of an approach, maybe. But I'm feeling that it can be a person. I am feeling it's a person. And if it's a person, okay. Look at his sword. It's pointing straight up into the 10 of Cups, but he's looking head on. It's sort of a lack of straightforwardness. But it's like an illusion. It's confusing because it appears that he is very straightforward, right? The Father of Swords. The master with words, the ultimate communicator type, right? But there's something that's just not quite right. That's like, and I feel like you want to uncover that, and you really want to put him under the razor sharp focus. I feel like you want to go after him, Gemini. Alright? I'm just getting that feeling of being eager, okay? To take a direct approach. But And I feel, right, that like there is a lot of emotion that has to do with the situation that's hidden, right? It's just on the sword, but the sword is what's defending him. But the sword is colorful, and that's alluding to this very colorful Ten of Cups, right? The same colors on the sword as on this Ten of Cups. There's a lot of emotion that's underlying what appears on the surface to be true. Okay? And you're hoping that pursuing this situation is going to reignite the fire, the flame, and inspire the outpouring of this truth and of this emotion. In your final outcome, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. If we're looking at the Ten of Cups, it's like the outpouring of cups, right? This is the outpouring of just one cup. The Ace of Cups can also speak to a new beginning in love, right? An offering to sort of rekindle something, but it's in reverse. So I'm sensing that perhaps there could be a few options. One, that you will, in a way, get what you hoped for in terms of a leakage of truth, let's say. We'll say it like that, of emotional truth, right? Like getting someone to admit something. Like, I know you feel this way, sort of thing, right? Sort of energy. You're hoping for the 10. You're hoping to close out this phase, this emotional phase, and move forward. But perhaps, right, you'll get a little bit of that. Like, you'll get one cup. It's a slow start and rekindling. It's very gradual. It's not going to be this outpour of 10 cups suddenly, right? Like, he's not going to just outpour everything sort of thing, right? If it's a person and if it's like that. But I feel like there's a lot of possibilities here and options. It could also just say, don't get the hopes up, right? Don't get your hopes up, maybe. In terms of this new beginning with this person, perhaps. And I will say this could potentially be depicting you and this other person who you feel is like really your pair, like really similar to you. And this could be just the persona that they're taking on, and this could be the persona that you're taking on. You see? It's like you guys are both fronting kind of energy. You're both putting on this mask, so to speak, when really you're both just these two sensitive, emotional, creative, types. And what lies in between you is this magician, right? Of balancing the persona, your individuality. It's really important, it seems, that you both forge your independence, okay, and balance your self-expression, right? Not being all 10 of Cups, not being all 10 of Pentacles, right? It's about the balance. Not being suddenly all air and just all verbal banter type, okay? It's about coming to who you really are in the middle of this and not letting this person or this person define you, or that you define them, that kind of thing, right? The need is, I think, for both of you to discover who you are really and take a balanced approach, okay, before you can kind of come together. So maybe it's just this start, this new beginning is not yet coming. It could be underway, it could be slowly coming forward. But I think it's saying don't get your hopes up for this. I think work needs to still be done. Okay, that lies in between you two. All right, and beneath that you have the 9 of Swords. So this whole situation is really, it seems like it was on your mind for a long period of time, and it's now lessening, like you're not letting it consume you as it did, but it's something that previously you had put a lot of thought into, right? As we see with the reverse 5 of Cups in your deep past. But again, right, coming out of that, there's the Sun, you have more optimism, there's a renewal of energy and feeling, right, of passion and fire and zest. But I think it's about returning to you and who you are, and tempering and harnessing that fire with all elements. Okay, so you can come into balance, the balance of you and your expression, right? Rather than taking a really sharp approach in a certain direction, or putting the emphasis on someone or something rather than what's really calling, right? Which is the creation of your world, of ignited passion. And the reminder that you're in control of your life, right? You are the creator of the outcome in a way. And it's kind of like the world is in reverse and the Magician is in reverse until you step into this energy of the Magician, of embodying, like coming back to who you really are, like really ruminating on the elements of your being and reflecting on your expression, your self-expression. That's when, right? Until you do that, the world will be waiting, right? And I'm just going to say this can be, you could even be thinking of writing someone a not so friendly letter, maybe. That's maybe what I was feeling earlier with the whole writing vision, sitting and writing, reflecting and focusing. So maybe that's what this could be in regards to, okay? So just take it easy, try to take a balanced approach. Remember that it's more about you than it is about sort of the diversion of energy into distracting elements, right? Like investing your time and your energy and your efforts into the reflection of who you are and your capabilities and skills as an individual before merging with someone else, okay? So thank you so much, Gemini, for tuning in. I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys. Feel free to leave your comments below. I'm always curious to know how the readings do resonate. So I will be back hopefully within the next week or so with your mid-February reading. Until then, feel free to subscribe if you so please. That way you'll be notified once the video does come out. And yeah, I will say this. It might also be a good idea to watch your moon or ascendant sign, given that sometimes they're, more accurate in terms of how we resonate with them. So if you don't know your moon or your ascendant sign, feel free to click the link below and that will take you to my website where you can compile the list of your planets and what signs they're in. So feel free to visit that link if you do want to know your ascendant or your moon sign. And until then, enjoy February, Gemini. Best to you all, and see you in time. Bye.